What is going on, guys? Welcome to No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. This isn't an episode, as we like to keep our episodes just for Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-view reviews only. This is just general discussion. The general discussion topics today is going to be Finn Balor and Bayley. I am your host, as always, Kyle Masters. I'm alone in the studio, going to be talking about this just with myself. Jumping in, we'll start the first one. Finn Balor. When's he getting called up? He's about 34 years old, WWE. What the hell? When the hell are you going to plan on calling him up? Like, his health is probably a major concern if you're 34 years old and you still have plans for him to be in NXT for 2016. So yeah, those are the current plans for Finn Balor right now, is to stay in NXT for 2016. I think he needs to be called up ASAP. Literally. He's more than ready to be on the main roster. And there's so many gaps in the main roster right now. This would be a perfect time to call him up. I just don't know if WWE can wait any longer on this guy. I mean, yeah, 34 years old. That's like basically prime. Like it's your prime. Like, he's had so much history in the past with New Japan and other wrestling promotions. This is the time you need to call him up to the main roster so he can get his last run in with WWE before he retires. I do understand why they want to keep him down in NXT. He's such a hype down there, and it's perfect for NXT right now. Because, I mean, who else you can have? You have Samoa Joe, it's your top star. You have Sami Zayn going back down right now. He's going to be another top star. But you're going to need to make room for future NXT talents to see if they have that top star potential. And you need to bring up Finn Balor in order for those stars to see if they have the potential to do it. So, yeah, this would be a perfect time for Finn Balor to get called up. I mean, he's extraordinary amount of talent, this guy. But he's also said that he would love staying in NXT if they chose for him to stay in NXT. I mean, all the power to him if he wants to stay down there, but I really do think he should be called up to the main roster. WWE would get huge viewership ratings if he gets called up. I know there's a lot of people out there that can't wait for him to be called up to the main roster and see where he goes from there. I mean, it could even be like WWE could be waiting for the Raw after WrestleMania. I mean, those are always the most pop-like crowds, as you would say, out of any Raw of the year. So maybe WWE's just waiting for that cheap pop for him just to get going on his WWE main roster career. So going into some possible opponents and feuds for Finn Balor. One down I got is Sami Zayn. These guys both have some NXT history. It could be a good feud, I think. Both of them have a lot to bring to the table. Both have excellent movesets. Both sort of the same weight and build, so they can pretty much do the movesets that they have on each other pretty easily and don't have to worry about weight being an issue. I think if there was a heel and a face in this, I think Sami Zayn would be the face and Finn Balor would be the heel. Why? I can't see Sami Zayn as a heel, and Finn Balor would play the perfect heel type just with his whole demon character. I really hope that he would be the heel in this situation. But again, I think both these guys could put up a good match as well. Probably a main event type caliber match, or maybe for a mid-card title, one or the other. But both these guys would bring a pretty good feud up to the table if they face each other on the main roster. That would also require Sami Zayn to be called up to the main roster as well, which he definitely will be in the future. Another opponent or feud another person he could feud with is Kevin Owens. Again, they have some NXT history with each other as well. This would probably be for a main title, as Kevin Owens by then will probably be main event level caliber and main event level title holder material. These guys could have a really good feud build up. This was a weight issue as well, as I was just talking about Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens being a little bit heavier than Finn Balor, so there's some tweaks right there that you'd have to do to make this a good match and for them to pull it off. I think Owens would stay the heel in this, and Finn Balor would be the face, which is good, and that's fine with me. I think everyone would be happy with that. So yeah, Kevin Owens, another good opponent or feud to feud with when Finn Balor comes up to the main roster. Another one would be Seth Rollins. Obviously, he's the number one heel in the company, and Finn Balor. This would be a good chance for Finn Balor to get a big step in WWE. I would love to see this. I mean, I think everyone would love to see this. Both are like the same weight and build as well, so they can both pull off some maneuvers pretty easily at any kind of spot they want to do. It's just, that'd be amazing. I think that would be my number one feud to see if Finn Balor ever would get called up is against Seth Rollins. I mean, Seth Rollins still be probably that number one heel and like that authority figure, and then Finn Balor probably be kind of like a Daniel Bryan type of role, like the underdog trying to go against the authority, something like that, or just being his own mystery character as the demon Finn Balor, like kind of like Undertaker did back in the day as well. So those are a couple opponents and feuds I think would be good for Finn Balor. So yeah, WWE needs to step on this really quick. I mean, they could even keep, I think they could keep, if he stays healthy, they could keep Finn Balor in NXT for 2016 and wait for 2017. That's if Finn Balor doesn't get tired of that shit and then leave. So I think it all comes down to Finn Balor and what he wants as well, and what WWE feels is necessary and when is the necessary time to bring him up. Another person I want to talk about is Bayley. Apparently she's being looked at right now as the female John Cena. Oh God, we're going to have ourselves a female John Cena. I mean, it's also being said that if WWE waits too long to call her up, they think that her character will be dated and lose its organic type of connection that it has with NXT. I mean, she's huge and so over in NXT right now, so I'm guessing what they mean is that if they wait too long, if they call her up to the main roster, people are like, oh fuck, we have already seen this gimmick 100 times before. Yeah, clap with her and her little inflatable arm, 2-man entrance. So I mean, I agree with that. If WWE does wait too long on Bayley, they're going to lose that nostalgia on her. But yeah, you know what? I kind of see the potential there to be the next female John Cena. She's got a lot of talent, this girl, and if you've seen Breaking Ground, you just know her backstory. It's incredible, and they were going to push her to be that female John Cena that does all the charity work, the same thing as John Cena does, and just be that type of diva, and that's good for the Divas Revolution. You need that kind of top diva in the division for it to be successful and for it to keep going as the Revolution wants it to go. Bayley has incredible charisma. I love her character. I love her gimmick. It's amazing. She just connects with any NXT crowd. It's awesome. And I think she would connect with the WWE crowd as well, especially all the kids that watch WWE and go to the events. I can't even tell when they'd have to bring her up. Again, WWE also feels that she'd be good in NXT for 2016. But she's young, so she's not as old as Finn Balor, so she could go another year in NXT if possible and then bring her up next year as well. She's a really good NXT Divas champion right now, and I think she has a couple more main event NXT-type matches left in her. We know she can have an unreal match. I mean, you've seen the TakeOver match at Brooklyn. We've seen the Iron Woman match at the other NXT TakeOver, so she has that type of caliber material to be a top diva when she gets called up. And by then, man, the Divas Revolution and the Divas division is already booming right now. We got tremendous talents with Paige, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Charlotte. It's just, I love the way the Divas division has come together, and I love the future of the Divas division as it looks right now. It looks amazing. But yeah, if Bayley gets called up, let's get into some matches and feuds for her. One would be right off the bat, Nikki Bella, as she is the veteran right now, and she's considered the veteran out of any diva, and I agree with that. She's basically considered right now the female John Cena. No reference to her dating John Cena, but as much as I hate Nikki Bella, this would probably be a really good feud. It would probably be, again, the rookie coming in and stepping up to the veteran. She would still be the heel, Nikki Bella, and Bayley would be the face. I think these guys could put up a really good match. Both of them have a really good moveset. I know I haven't seen the best out of Nikki Bella, I don't think. So maybe Bayley can be that diva to make her have that good match that I haven't seen from Nikki Bella yet. I mean, we've seen Nikki Bella have the Divas title the longest in history, or she's past AJ Lee. So, I mean, I don't know. I think Bayley would probably set her into that motion to have a really good match. Another possible opponent or feud she can have with is Sasha Banks. Both these guys, again, had their NXT history together. They had the match at TakeOver Brooklyn and the Iron Woman match. They've had some unreal matches as well together on NXT. I think both could put up a good history kind of feud, to have like their history NXT backstory. So again, that'd be pretty good if they waited another year to bring up Bayley. That way there's that gap in the middle between their feuds so they can come back to it. Both are going to be a huge part of the Divas Revolution in the future, as I said before. So as a good potential match or feud to have with. Another one I think would be Paige. I mean, as much as she's my girl, and everyone knows that, but I think Paige would put up a good feud with her. Paige would be the ultimate heel in this. I love it. She could easily build this into an amazing feud. I think both would have a good played part in the feud as well. They could both do a good history of NXT background for both of them, as Paige was like the first top diva at NXT, and then Bayley was like the last one to come out of NXT. I think they do a lot of good work with both of them and incorporating that into the feud. Again, like I said, Paige would be the perfect heel in this. This probably would be for a title. I'd assume Paige would be holding it, and Bayley, they probably have a couple matches before Bayley would win it from her. So I see a lot of good potential in that feud, and they can pull off a lot of good matches together, as both of them have an unreal moveset as well. But those are the potential matches and feud I think they would have with Bayley. And other than that, guys, that's my opinion right now on both Finn Balor and Bayley, as they're being highly discussed backstage right now. So we'll see how 2016 goes with NXT and see if they get called up or not. So other than that, I'm happy with both of them, and I'm happy with the direction that WWE is going with their future stars. Other than that, guys, I am your host, Kyle Masters. As always, be sure to hit that like button, comment, leave us your thoughts, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter. Other than that, I'm out.